Chapter 3. Team Exercise. The next morning, the students filed into the massive training arena, walls lined with holographic screens and mechanical targets. The floor was divided into zones, each labeled with a different team number. Instructor Hale stood on a raised platform, arms crossed. His scar glinted in the light. "All right, students," he began, voice echoing through the room. "Today we're going to do a team exercise. You will break out into teams. Once your teams are formed, each team will fight a squad of training robots." A few students whispered nervously to each other. One muttered, "Robots? I thought we'd start with dodgeball." Hale's lips twitched like he wanted to smile. "There's no need to be worried. The robots are safe, they won't kill you, but that doesn't mean it won't hurt if they hit you." A collective gulp went around the room. Kai shifted uncomfortably. Great. Teamwork. Ava suddenly dashed up to him, eyes sparkling. "Kai, we're a team, no arguments." Before he could respond, a blur of pink spun around her, an arm draping over her shoulders. "Ava, who's the cute boy?" Luna squealed, grinning from ear to ear. "Is this your teammate? He looks so serious. I love it." Ava gave a small groan and a laugh at the same time. "Luna, calm down." Kai froze. Hi?" From behind, Elliot had hurried over, notebook and pen in hand, eyes wide. "Kai, did you see that last robot? If we analyze its movement patterns carefully, we can predict— Oh, and we should coordinate attacks so our team maximizes efficiency. Oh, also, what's Luna's power? And—" Kai held up a hand. "Elliot, slow down." Elliot blinked. "Oh, right, sorry, but this is exciting." The rest of the team watched the tiny chaos unfold, whispering. Some giggled, some rolled their eyes. Waiting room. Once the teams were finalized, Hale led them to a waiting room adjacent to the arena. Large screens covered one wall, displaying every team in the arena. Holograms of robots moved across the monitors as students fought, dodged, and tested their powers. Ava bounced on the edge of a bench. "Look at them! This is so exciting! Kai, we're going to crush this!" Kai tried to focus, leaning forward. "We should actually pay attention, see how they move, predict patterns. Maybe we can find a weakness." Elliot's glasses glinted. "Exactly. Look at how that one dodges. See the micro-adjustments in his stance? If we replicate the timing and angle, our strikes will be more effective." Kai raised an eyebrow. "You really love this, don't you?" Elliot grinned. "Every second. And if we map all the robots' attack cycles, we can—" "Elliot," Kai interrupted again. "We'll just watch for now." Ava peeked over at the screens. "Wait, that one just got hit. Did you see what happened?" Kai nodded, eyes scanning the movements. "Yeah. If we stay spread out like that, they can't corner us. And we should focus on disabling the robot's legs first. It slows them down." Elliot scribbled furiously in his notebook. "Legs first. Got it." Meanwhile, Luna leaned over Ava's shoulder. "Do you think the robots are cute? I think some of them are cute." Ava pinched the bridge of her nose, trying not to laugh. "Focus, Luna." Kai leaned back slightly, trying not to smile. At least it's never boring with them around. From the screens, the other team's strategies became clear. Some relied on brute force, some on agility, and a few teams struggled miserably. Kai and Elliot shared a glance. "Kai, we can do this smarter." "Elliot, we will do this smarter." Ava nudged him. "And faster! Don't forget faster!" Kai gave a small, resigned smile. "Yeah, faster, right." The doors to the arena opened, signaling their turn. Kai exhaled. Time to see if theory actually works in practice. The observation. Instructor Hale clapped his hands. "All right, the next team. Come on out." Kai's stomach tightened. This was it. Their turn. Ava grabbed his sleeve. "Ready?" she asked. Kai nodded, though his eyes kept flicking around the arena. As they stepped onto the floor, Kai felt it, a strange, prickling sensation, like invisible eyes were on him. He paused for a fraction of a second, glancing upward. There it was, a large, tinted glass panel, high above the arena. No matter how hard he squinted, shifted, or tried to focus, he couldn't see through it. Weird. Ava noticed him staring. "Hey, you all right, Kai?" "Yeah, I'm fine," he said, shaking his head. "Let's just focus on the exercise." Ava smiled reassuringly and nudged him forward. Luna, trailing behind them, whispered to Ava once they were out of earshot of other students. "You know, Kai's kind of cute when he's serious. Like, look at him concentrating." "Wow." Ava blushed and rolled her eyes. "Luna?" Luna grinned mischievously. "I'm just saying it's fun to watch." Behind the glass. Inside the observation room, the world's greatest heroes were seated. Ultra leaned casually against the wall, arms crossed, while holographic screens displayed Kai's every movement on the floor below. Next to him sat other legends. Solaris, who manipulates solar energy, leaning forward with a curious gaze. Tempest, wind and storm master, arms folded, eyes sharp. Ironclad, armored hero, tapping a finger impatiently on the table. Nova, lightspeed fighter, smiling faintly. And a few others, all watching silently as Hale had instructed. Ultra broke the silence. "Kai's different. I can feel it. There's something unique about him. Let's see how he handles pressure." Solaris raised an eyebrow. "You really think he's ready for this?" Ultra didn't answer immediately. He studied Kai's movements on the screen. He has the instincts, but he's holding back. Something deep. I want to see if he can make the right choices under observation. Tempest snorted lightly. "Under observation? You mean all of us watching him? That's cruel." Ultra glanced at Tempest. "Not cruel. Necessary." Ironclad grunted. "We'll know in a few minutes. Either he's a natural or he isn't." Nova leaned back. "I like him already. That calm focus. There's a spark." Solaris nodded. "And Ava seems grounded. Good influence. That's key. Most prodigies falter without balance." Ultra finally spoke, tone quiet but firm. "He feels different. Trust me. When the time comes, you'll understand why he's important." The heroes fell silent again, their eyes fixed on Kai as he led his team forward into the arena, unaware of just how many of the greatest forces in the world were watching him. Robot exercise escalates. Kai and his team moved through the arena, dodging the small combat robots with precision. Drones zipped past, mechanical limbs clanking, but nothing felt overwhelming. "All right, keep your spacing tight," Kai called, sprinting up onto a rock for a better view. "Focus on disabling legs first. Remember what we observed." Ava formed a glowing spear in her hand, sending it spinning toward a robot's knee joint. Crack. It toppled. Luna cheered. "Yes! My turn!" She threw herself into the fray, creating dazzling light whips that knocked two robots off balance. Elliot was scribbling in his notebook mid-combat. "They're all following predictable attack cycles. Look, these patterns aren't like the others we studied. Wait. Ava paused for a second, scanning the battlefield. "Hey, does this feel too easy to you guys?" Luna froze mid-spin, glowing whips hanging in the air. "Yeah, I haven't even gotten to show off my powers yet." Elliot adjusted his glasses, peering at the robots. "They're not moving like the others. According to my notes, their reaction time should be faster, their attack patterns more erratic." Kai stayed on the rock, scanning the arena. "Something's off," he murmured, jaw tight. "These aren't normal training bots." The team exchanged worried glances, adrenaline rising. Back in the observation room. Ironclad slammed a fist on the table, eyes locked on the arena. It's time to up the challenge. Release the Titan. Tempest frowned, glancing at Ultra. Are you sure this is safe? Ultra's expression was calm but firm. If it isn't, then I'll stop it before anyone gets hurt. But they need to be tested. Kai especially. Solaris leaned forward, intrigued. Kai, he's different. I want to see how he handles a real surprise. Ultra nodded once. Everyone, watch closely. Back to the arena. The small robots froze mid-motion, almost like they were holding their breath. The lights dimmed slightly. A mound at the center of the arena quivered. Dust rose. Ava frowned. Wait. Is that new? Luna's eyes lit up. Oh, this looks way cooler than robots. Kai's senses tingled. He crouched slightly on his rock. Everyone, get ready. Something's coming. The mound erupted violently, revealing a massive, towering robot, the Titan. Its eyes glowed red, mechanical limbs stretching like it could crush the arena walls in one swing. The team froze for a beat, then adrenaline took over. Kai clenched his fists. All right, looks like the real challenge starts now. Ava grinned, glowing constructs forming. Finally, I was starting to get bored. Luna twirled her light whips. Oh, this is gonna be fun! Elliot frantically scribbled in his notebook, muttering, leg patterns, weak points, attack cycles. Oh, we need a strategy. We need a strategy. Kai took a deep breath. Okay, team. Stick together. Watch each other's backs and let's move. The Titan let out a mechanical roar, dust and sparks flying as the arena shifted into chaos. End beat. The team was ready to fight. But now it was clear. This wasn't just a training exercise anymore. The Titan was something entirely new, and the world's greatest heroes above the glass were watching, waiting to see how Kai would handle it. Titan battle. The Titan loomed over the arena, towering like a moving skyscraper. Sparks flew from its joints as its red eyes scanned the team. Kai took a deep breath. All right, stick together. Remember the plan. Legs first, spread out, don't get cornered. Ava nodded, spear glowing. Got it. Luna twirled her light whips, smiling. Finally, I've been waiting for this. Elliot adjusted his glasses frantically. Leg joints, attack cycles, spacing. Oh, this is perfect. If we coordinate... Kai interrupted, pointing. Move, now. The team attacked as one. Ava struck first, spinning her glowing spear to hit the Titan's leg. Luna's whips lashed at its arms, dazzling sparks flying. Elliot hurled small energy grenades in perfect timing, analyzing the robot's reactions. But nothing happened. Wait, did that even tickle it? Luna shouted, bouncing back. Elliot squinted at the Titan. It's not responding. It's armor. Stronger than anything in the simulations. Ava growled, slamming her spear into the Titan's knee. Sparks flew. We're going to have to try something bigger. Kai jumped onto a rock, observing. Keep moving. Don't let it target one of you at a time. Suddenly, the Titan swung its massive arm. Luna, caught mid-spin, was sent flying backward. Luna! Ava screamed. Elliot leapt forward instinctively, catching her, but the impact of the Titan's swing knocked them both to the ground. Dust clouded the arena. Ava's heart raced. Kai, it's just us now. Kai nodded grimly. Stay behind me, just keep moving. The Titan turned, red eyes locking onto Ava as she darted to strike a joint. One of its metal fists swung down just as she leaped, clanging against her shoulder. Ah! Ava cried, stumbling and falling onto the ground. Kai didn't hesitate. He dashed across the arena, leaping over debris. In a blink, he was beside her, scooping her up. Hang on, I've got you. He carried her to a safe spot, gently setting her down behind a rock. You're okay. Just stay here. Don't move. Ava winced, but nodded. Kai, hurry. Kai's eyes scanned the Titan. He clenched his fists, and then a flicker of blue energy appeared on his eyes and hands. Observation room. Tempest slammed his fists against the table. I knew this wasn't safe. I'm going in. Ultra's voice cut through the room calmly. Wait! Look! All the heroes leaned forward. Screens magnified the arena. Kai crouched near Ava, eyes glowing faintly, energy crackling. Kai's first full-power strike. In one fluid motion, Kai's body blurred. The air seemed to crackle as he moved at impossible speed. Before anyone could blink, he crossed the battlefield in a flash. He struck. One precise slash with glowing blue energy trailing from his fists. The Titan's massive body didn't even have time to react. Sparks flew, metal screeched. Then, with a clean, unstoppable cut, the Titan split perfectly in half, toppling to the arena floor. Reactions. Ava's jaw dropped. Kai! Luna's eyes were wide. He just... What? Elliot's notebook slipped from his hands. Impossible! That speed! That energy! Across the arena, the other teams froze. Murmurs rippled. Did he just cut that in half? In the observation room, Solaris gasped. I've never seen anything move like that. Tempest's jaw dropped. That can't be real. Ironclad slammed his fist on the table. Incredible. He's a natural, and not just a little. Ultra's eyes softened slightly, studying Kai. Exactly what I felt. He's different. Aftermath. The arena fell silent. Dust drifted in the air. Kai stood there, chest heaving. His legs wobbled. Every muscle screamed. The energy flickered and faded. And then his body gave out. He collapsed to the ground. Ava dashed to him. Kai! Kai! Luna hovered near, still glowing faintly. Oh no! Oh no! Elliot checked his pulse frantically. He's alive. Just unconscious. Ultra's voice echoed from the sidelines. He pushed beyond his limit. Let him rest. He'll wake. A hush fell over the arena. Everyone stared at Kai, realizing just how strong and dangerous he truly is. In the infirmary, Kai's eyes fluttered open. Blinking against the bright light, he realized he was lying on a crisp infirmary bed. Machines softly beeped, monitoring his vitals. Where am I? He muttered. Hero Academy Infirmary, a calm voice replied. Kai turned his head and froze. Ultra stood nearby, arms crossed, cape swaying slightly. Ultra, Kai croaked. What happened? You pushed too far, Ultra said, walking closer. I expected you to use strategy, but not that. Kai sat up slowly, wincing. The Titan, Ultra raised a hand, stopping him. Yes, you defeated it. Cleanly. But you nearly killed yourself in the process. Kai swallowed. So, I'm lucky I'm alive? Ultra allowed a small smile. You're more than lucky. You're special. Kai, the power you have, it's unlike anything this world has seen in 1,000 years. But right now, you're just scratching the surface. Kai frowned. I only used one attack. That's it. But it felt natural. Ultra nodded. That's because it is natural to you. You've inherited something extraordinary, but your body isn't ready for sustained use of your full power yet. That's why you passed out. Kai's brow furrowed. So, what now? I'm going to teach you, Ultra said firmly. Step by step, how to control your energy, how to fight without putting yourself at risk, how to unlock the layers of your power, and until then, you follow my guidance. I'm your guardian now. Kai blinked. Guardian? Like babysitter Ultra? Ultra smirked slightly. In a way, but think of it more like someone who makes sure the world doesn't explode while you learn to walk before you run. Kai let out a small laugh. That sounds fair, I guess. Ultra nodded. Good. Rest now. You'll need all your strength for the lessons ahead. Cut to Ava, Luna, and Elliot. In the waiting area, the trio huddled together, whispering excitedly. Ava's eyes were wide. Did you see that? He just cut the Titan in half. Luna twirled her light whips, practically bouncing in place. And the way he moved! So cool! Elliot adjusted his glasses frantically, notebook in hand. From my observations, his speed was off any measurable scale, his energy signature unmatched. If we map it mathematically, and his reflexes, he calculated angles and trajectories instantly. Ava shook her head, smiling. I think we're going to have fun learning with him. If we survive. Elliot scribbled more notes. We need strategies for Kai. Cut to the world's greatest heroes. Back in the observation room, the heroes sat around Ultra, still buzzing from the display. Solaris leaned back, hand on chin. That speed. That slash. I swear I saw him blink and move half the arena in a heartbeat. He's either a cyborg or secretly a teleporting ninja. Tempest shook his head. I think he might be some kind of cosmic being. Or maybe a wizard? Ironclad snorted. Or maybe he's just really good at dodgeball. Nova waved a hand, smirking. Nope, definitely alien. Or maybe the robot was secretly weak. Yeah, weak robot. Solaris rolled her eyes. Stop guessing. None of these explain it. Ultra stepped forward, gaze serious. Enough jokes. Kai is something the world has not seen in a millennium. His power is dangerous, but his instincts are impeccable. He needs guidance, training he cannot get from anyone else here. That's why I'm his guardian now. Until he learns to control it, I am responsible for him. Tempest frowned. That's a heavy responsibility. Ultra nodded. I know, but it's necessary. He will be tested and he will grow, but he cannot do it alone. Ironclad slammed a fist softly on the table. Then it's decided. Ultra, you have full authority over Kai's training. No interference unless you request it. Nova smirked. I'm just curious how long it takes for him to make the next giant robot wish it never existed. The heroes shared a tense laugh. Then the room fell silent, all eyes still fixed on the arena monitors, watching Kai's unconscious form as he rested in the infirmary. Ultra's expression softened slightly. Rest now, Kai. When you wake, the real lessons begin. Mentorship team introduced. Ultra walked into a sleek, high-tech chamber with Nova and Solaris waiting. Their eyes followed him as he approached. I need your help, Ultra said. Kai is different. His power has similarities to yours. I want you to assist with his training. Nova raised an eyebrow. Similar to me? Are we talking energy manipulation, speed, or cosmic-level chaos? Ultra smirked faintly. A bit of all three. I think your experience can help him unlock control without destroying everything around him. Solaris crossed her arms, tilting her head. So, basically, you want us to babysit a ticking time bomb? Ultra shook his head. Not babysit. Mentor, guide, teach. You two have the closest match to his abilities. Nova smirked. All right. I'm in. This kid sounds interesting. Solaris nodded. Fine, I'll help. But if he blows anything up, I'm charging him for repairs. Ultra's gaze softened. Fair enough. Let's begin. Introducing Kai. Back in the academy training room, Kai's friends gathered around, watching nervously as Ultra led him to the chamber where Solaris and Nova waited. "Everyone, meet Kai," Ultra said. "These two will help him learn to control his powers." Kai blinked, taking in the two heroes. Nova's speed aura shimmered faintly. Solaris's solar energy pulsed lightly around her hands. Both radiated strength and calm confidence. Solaris glanced at Kai, smirking slightly. "I have to say, he's kinda cute." Luna, bouncing in place beside Ava, practically screamed, "Right, I knew it! Look at him concentrating like that!" Ava slapped Luna's arm lightly. "Luna, be quiet!" Kai froze. "Wait, what?" Luna whispered excitedly, grinning. "I was agreeing, Ava!" Ava groaned. Kai rubbed the back of his neck awkwardly. "Thanks, I guess." Nova chuckled softly. "You've got admirers already. Focus, kid. Today we train." Solaris raised an eyebrow at Luna and Ava. "And you two, try not to faint from excitement while he's learning." The training begins. Ultra stepped forward. "Kai, the first thing you need to understand is control. You can't just rely on raw power. Your speed, strength, and energy, all of it needs to flow together. That's where Solaris and Nova will guide you." Kai nodded, still slightly red from the earlier teasing. "Got it." Nova smirked, flicking a hand. "Don't worry, we'll make it fun. Just try not to break anything on your first day." Solaris added, voice calm but firm. "And don't overexert yourself. Pacing is key. You have power beyond your comprehension, but even the strongest need strategy." Ava leaned toward Luna, whispering, "I can't believe we're actually watching him train. This is insane." Luna bounced lightly. "I know, and he's so cool. I can't, stop staring." Elliot, notebook in hand, muttered, "Okay, if we time his movements, analyze his energy, oh, the data we could collect." Kai shot them all a half smile. "Let's just get started, shall we?" Solaris and Nova stepped closer, showing him some preliminary exercises, channeling energy into small controlled bursts, precise movement drills, and calibration exercises. Ultra stood back, arms crossed, quietly observing. He had a faint, satisfied smile. This is the beginning. The first real step toward unlocking his full potential. Training beyond power. The training chamber was vast, empty except for mats and a few low walls. Nova stood in front of Kai, arms crossed, her usual confident smirk in place. "All right, Kai," she said. "Today you're going to learn to fight without relying on your powers. Speed, strength, precision. Controlled, focused. Think of it as pure technique." Kai raised an eyebrow. "Without my powers? But I'm fast enough to outrun the wind." Nova's smirk widened. "Good. That's what I want to see. But raw ability alone isn't enough. Focus." Kai nodded, taking a stance. They began sparring. Nova's strikes came fast, precise, and elegant, testing his reflexes. Kai dodged, countered, and adapted instinctively, but without using his powers at full capacity. The first surprise. After a few minutes, Nova's expression shifted from confident to astonished. "Wait, that strength? Kai, what?" Kai blocked a strike, countering with a punch that sent Nova sliding back across the mat. Nova stumbled, but laughed in shock. "Holy, your raw strength! It rivals Ultra's even without your powers! How is this possible?" Kai blinked. "Really? I mean, I guess I can hit hard?" Nova shook her head, eyes wide. "Hard doesn't even cover it. You could actually keep up with Ultra right now." Everyone reacts. Ava, Luna, and Elliot, watching from the side, gasped. What? Luna shouted. He's like a literal superhero. No, wait. He's super ultra. Right, Ava. Ava just shook her head. This is insane. Elliot's notebook was already full of calculations. This is statistically improbable. His output, even without energy, insane. How is this even humanly possible? Ultra, observing quietly, allowed a rare smile. Exactly what I felt. He's unlike anyone else. Solaris leaned against the wall, arms folded. Well, that explains why he wiped out the Titan so easily. He's ridiculous. Nova laughed, shaking her head. Ridiculous is the perfect word. Next step. Human-like robots. Ultra stepped forward. Enough testing your raw strength. Now it's time for precision and control. Lyra appeared from a side door, arms crossed, clipboard in hand. Kai, we'll hook you up to the simulator. You'll fight these units. They're modeled after human movement, more unpredictable than the standard training bots. Ava's eyes widened as she spotted Lyra. Wait, you're here? I thought you were just in charge of the assessments. Lyra glanced at her, expression calm. I run the machines for the heroes. Today I'm observing how Kai handles realistic combat scenarios. And yes, I am impressed with what I've seen so far. Ava blinked. Wow. Okay, that's intense. Luna whispered excitedly, bouncing on her toes. Did she just say impressed? I mean, he's amazing, but everyone's so extra here. Elliot was already scribbling notes frantically. Simulated human combat, speed, reflex, strength, accuracy. This is perfect. Kai, you're about to get the ultimate training data set. Fighting the simulators. Kai was strapped into the simulation interface, a light exosuit running sensors across his arms and legs. The first humanoid robot stepped forward, tall, agile, moving unpredictably, striking at different angles. Kai clenched his fists, eyes narrowing. All right, let's do this. The robot lunged. Kai sidestepped, punched, dodged again, each motion precise, but without full power. He blocked attacks, adapted mid-combat, and analyzed patterns instinctively. Nova called out from the side, Good, Kai, watch their weight distribution, don't overextend. Solaris added, Keep calm. Predict. Don't react. Elliot shouted from the observation platform. His footwork. Watch the subtle shifts. He's adjusting microsecond timing. Ava and Luna cheered from behind the barrier. Go, Kai! Luna shouted. You've got this! Ava encouraged, gripping the railing. Closing beat. As Kai continued, the robots became more aggressive, adapting to his moves. But he moved like a natural predator, calculating, precise, and controlled. The team realized just how incredible he truly was, and even Lyra's calm expression shifted slightly. There was awe there, and perhaps a hint of concern. Ultra stood at the side, observing silently. This is only the beginning. He has the power. He just needs to learn to control it. And when he does... His eyes flickered to the monitors, already imagining the possibilities. Full-strength training. Ultra walked over to Lyra, arms crossed. So, what level do you have him on? Lyra glanced at the interface, adjusting a few settings. Same level I train on. There was a collective gasp. Solaris's eyes widened, and she practically shouted, Are you crazy? No one can break those robots at that level. Ultra's calm expression didn't falter. Exactly why he's the only one who trains on it. Nova stepped closer to Solaris, resting a hand on her shoulder. Calm down. We already learned Kai's raw strength rivals, Ultra. He can handle it. Solaris's jaw dropped, but she stayed quiet, eyes glued to the arena monitors. Kai in action. The human-like robots lunged forward with a flurry of strikes, faster and more unpredictable than anything Kai had faced before. Kai didn't hesitate. He dodged, blocked, and countered instinctively. Each punch and kick sent robots flying across the chamber. Within moments, sparks and debris filled the arena. Arms, legs, and joints of the robots bent and twisted under Kai's raw strength, but not a single one was fatal. Ava, Luna, and Elliot watched from the observation platform. "Look at him go!" Luna squealed, bouncing on her toes. "He's so cool! Did you see that punch? Amazing!" Elliot barely looked away from his notebook. "This is unprecedented. Look at the torque he generates without using energy. Every strike is perfectly calculated." Reactions from the heroes. In the observation room, Solaris's jaw was still slack. "No, this can't be real. He's tearing those robots apart with nothing but raw strength. He's insane." Nova chuckled, leaning back. "Told you. That's why I said he's ridiculous. Look at him move. Perfect form, precision, control. He's unbelievable." Ultra's eyes flickered with pride, a faint smile tugging at his lips. "Exactly as I expected. He's not just strong, he understands combat instinctively, but he still has a lot to learn." Ironclad crossed his arms, impressed. "I'd wager he could take down 3 of those at once, and probably one of us, too." Tempest leaned forward, eyes narrowing. "That's not just raw strength. That's tactical thinking under pressure. He's more than we realized." Kai continued, tearing through the human-like robots with speed, precision, and raw strength. Each strike showcased his potential, leaving the heroes and his friends in awe. Ultra watched silently, calm but satisfied. This is just the beginning. Once he learns to control all of his power safely, there will be no limits. Luna clutched Ava's arm, eyes sparkling. "See? This is why I said he's cool. Look at him." Ava groaned again but couldn't stop watching, marveling at Kai's abilities. In the background, Nova and Solaris exchanged a glance. "This kid, he's going to change everything," Solaris muttered. Post-training reflections. Kai stepped out of the training room, his chest still heaving slightly from the human-like robot session. Ava, Luna, and Elliot were waiting by the hallway, eyes wide. "So, how did I do?" Kai asked, a mix of pride and curiosity in his voice. Ava blinked. "You were incredible, like unreal. You tore through those robots like they were paper." Luna bounced on her toes, smirking. "I told you, look at him. He's so cool. Did you see that fist? That dodge?" Elliot, notebook in hand, scribbled furiously. "Incredible output. His reflexes, strength, energy distribution. If we log this, we could predict every move in the next session." Kai chuckled slightly. "Thanks, everyone. I just tried to follow what Nova and Ultra taught me." Ava smiled. "Well, you crushed it." Kai rubbed the back of his neck, chuckling nervously. "Thanks, I guess." Training with Solaris. Ultra appeared beside Kai, hands behind his back. "Kai, you did well with Nova today, but now it's time to focus on control. Solaris will take you through exercises to refine precision, timing, and energy manipulation." Kai nodded. "Got it. So, I'm going to learn how to control my energy better?" Solaris stepped forward, her solar energy faintly pulsing around her hands. "Exactly. Strength without control is dangerous. Today's session will help you learn to channel your power in precise bursts, maintain stamina, and avoid overexertion." Kai frowned slightly. "Sounds intense." Solaris smirked. "It is, but I think you'll handle it just fine. Your raw strength is already extraordinary. We just need to make sure it's useful, not destructive." Ava, Luna, and Elliot watched from the observation platform, whispering. Elliot scribbled frantically. His energy signature is already off the charts. This session could teach him microcontrol. He could potentially double his efficiency without even realizing it. Inside the training chamber, Kai and Solaris stepped onto the chamber mats. Small floating targets appeared, pulsing with energy, and holographic obstacles simulated realistic environmental challenges. Solaris gestured. "We'll start with energy strikes, precise bursts, timed perfectly. Then we'll integrate movement and dodging. Finally, you'll combine it all into fluid attacks against multiple targets. The goal is efficiency with control. Raw strength alone won't cut it here." Kai nodded, focusing. "All right, let's do this." He lunged at the first target, channeling a small pulse of energy. It hit perfectly, clean, controlled, and measured. Solaris's eyes sparkled. "Good. That's exactly it. Notice the flow. Don't just hit, direct the energy. Control comes from focus, not force." Kai adjusted, repeating strikes, each one cleaner than the last. Observation reactions. Ava whispered, eyes wide. "He's already improving. Did you see that precision?" Luna nudged her. "I told you! Look at him! So cool, even with energy control." Elliot muttered under his breath, scribbling, "If he keeps this up, Kai could become one of the most efficient fighters ever recorded." Ultra watched silently from the side, arms crossed. "Good. This is the start of turning raw power into mastery." Solaris stepped back after a few more rounds. "You're learning fast. But remember, the bigger the power, the more focus you need. Never let strength carry you alone. It will get you hurt." Kai nodded, breathing steady, energy flickering faintly around his hands. "I understand. I'll keep that in mind." Ultra gave him a small nod. "Rest for now. Tomorrow we'll increase the complexity, speed, targets, and simulated opponents." Ultra visits the friends. After Kai finished his session with Solaris, Ultra walked down the hallway toward the observation platform, where Ava, Luna, and Elliot were lingering, still buzzing about the training. "Mind if I join you?" Ultra asked, his presence calm but commanding. Ava blinked. Sure. Of course." Luna practically bounced in place. "You're Ultra. Sitting here with us? This is amazing." Elliot adjusted his glasses nervously. Yes, it's an honor. I mean, wow." Ultra smiled faintly. "Relax. I'm not here to lecture. I just wanted to check in on you three and talk about Kai." Ava leaned forward. "Kai's amazing, right? He's more than anyone expected." Ultra nodded. "Yes, his power is extraordinary, but raw strength alone isn't enough. That's why I'm watching him closely, helping him learn control. But I want to see how he interacts with his friends, because that's just as important as raw ability." Talking about their powers. Ultra shifted his gaze, turning to Elliot first. "And speaking of support, Elliot, your analytical skills are invaluable. I need you to keep observing, recording, and thinking ahead. You have a gift for patterns. Don't underestimate it." Elliot straightened, pencil in hand. "Yes, I'll track everything. Every movement, every energy signature." Ultra nodded. "Good, just pace yourself. Don't overdo it trying to predict everything at once." Then Ultra looked at Luna. "And Luna, your agility and light constructs are powerful, but they require focus. Your energy can create incredible effects, but control is key. That's why watching Kai today was important. You can learn teamwork and timing from each other." Luna's grin widened. "Got it. And I can totally tease Ava a little while learning teamwork, right?" Ava groaned. "Luna, don't, ugh!" Finally, Ultra turned to Ava. "Ava, your precision and healing abilities are vital. You've already shown resourcefulness and care. Keep building confidence, because your calm in high-pressure situations will balance Kai's..." Enthusiasm. Ava nodded, smiling softly. Thanks, I'll do my best. Ultra's gaze softened as he surveyed the three of them. You three are part of Kai's support network. But don't forget, your growth is important too. I'm here to make sure you're all developing as heroes, not just observers. Closing beat. Luna bounced slightly. So, you're checking in, making sure we're ready, and giving us advice? Wow, you're extra organized. Ultra allowed a small smile. Yes, and if you three can keep up, you'll be invaluable to Kai, and to the team. Ultra glanced at them, calm but knowing. Keep watching, keep learning, and remember, heroes aren't just about power. They're about teamwork, judgment, and control. That applies to all of you, not just Kai. The three friends nodded, feeling both the weight and the excitement of their roles in Kai's journey. Call to Yoir. Kai flopped onto his dorm bed, phone pressed to his ear. His dorm roommate, still glued to some book, peeked over the top of his glasses but said nothing, clearly used to Kai's antics. Yoir. Hey, it's me, Kai said, grinning. You won't believe what happened today. Kai. Yoir's voice came through the phone, already sounding half exasperated, half protective. Don't tell me you broke anything or hurt yourself. Kai laughed. No, well, maybe a robot or two, but only the ones that were supposed to get destroyed. Yoir sighed audibly. I swear, every time I close my eyes, I imagine you covered in sparks or running across the city like a tornado. Are you eating, sleeping, staying alive? I'm fine. I'm learning. I even got to train with Nova and Solaris. You wouldn't believe how cool they are. Yoir huffed. Of course you got to train with them. Of course you did. And let me guess, you were showing off? Kai grinned sheepishly. Maybe a little, but I wasn't reckless. Kai, you can't just go around tearing robots apart without thinking. I'm your older sister. I worry about you. Yoir's voice softened a bit at the end. Kai smiled, feeling a little guilty. I know, Yoir. I wanted to see if I could handle it. I didn't want to mess up. Yoir's tone softened further. Just promise me you'll be careful. And remember, you have friends there. Ava, Luna, Elliot. They're watching out for you too. Kai chuckled. Yeah. They're kind of amazing. And annoying. And helpful. Mostly amazing. Yoir laughed lightly, shaking her head. Typical. You'll make friends anywhere, won't you? But seriously, call me if anything crazy happens, even if it's just a tiny spark. Kai smirked. Deal. And don't worry. I'll be careful. Mostly. Yoir groaned. Mostly? I swear you're going to give me a heart attack before I even get used to this academy. Kai laughed. Sorry. I'll try not to, I promise. A faint smile in her voice. Now go rest. You'll need it for tomorrow's training. Kai hung up, grinning to himself, feeling a little lighter. The call reminded him that even in the chaos of training, he still had someone who cared, someone who would always worry about him. Dark Lord's watch. The Dark Lord sat on his obsidian throne, shadows swirling around him like living smoke. The room was vast, cold, and silent, save for the faint hiss of dark energy curling through the air. One of his shadow morphers stepped forward, form shifting slightly as it approached. Weeper has sent a message, my lord, it said, voice low and mechanical. The Dark Lord's crimson eyes glowed as he gestured. Play it. A flicker of light appeared in the air, projecting a holographic figure. A young girl's voice echoed through the room, clear and eerie. His training is progressing, my lord. Should I interfere before it gets any further? The Dark Lord leaned forward, a slow, deliberate smile curling across his lips. Not yet. Patience. You must wait a few more days, until the rest of my morphers are with you. The girl hesitated, a shadow of uncertainty in her tone. But, my lord, what if he becomes too strong? What if he surpasses what we anticipated? The Dark Lord's voice was calm but deadly. Then he becomes the perfect target. Do not underestimate the value of patience. When he is ready, when his strength reaches its peak, only then will we strike. And that is when you will retrieve him. A chill seemed to pulse through the chamber as the girl's image flickered, momentarily revealing a faint, pale glow around her eyes. My lord, it will be done as you command, she whispered. The Dark Lord leaned back in his throne, shadows curling tighter around him, his gaze fixed as if he could see through time itself. Yes, let the boy grow. Let him play with his little friends. Let him reach for power he cannot yet control. And when the time comes, the world will remember the name of the one who finally awakens him to his destiny, or his doom. The girl's holographic image dissolved into nothingness, and the shadow morpher bowed, then melted back into the darkness. The Dark Lord's eyes glowed brighter, a low, menacing chuckle echoing through the hall. The Chosen One. He thinks he is learning to fight. He does not know the storm that watches him. Soon I will taste his power.